Hello students. So today first Feb budget was presented by our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman. आपको पता होगा कि this was the first budget which was presented on first Feb. तो before discussing the budget highlights आपको पहले ये पता होना चाहिए कि किस context में ये budget present हुआ है. So context ये है कि because of the geopolitical tensions the global growth is also slowing down and it has also impacted the economic growth of our country. So the main focus, if you'll see, of the budget was on accelerating the economic growth. So our finance minister has highlighted 4 areas in which it is trying to accelerate economic growth. So the main focus of the budget was accelerating economic growth. And for this, there are 6 areas on which the main focus is there. The first is strategic and frontier areas, frontier manufacturing areas. In this, the government has it has increased the electronics component manufacturing scheme. The proposal earlier it was 29,000 crore. Now it has been increased to 40,000 crores. So electronics component manufacturing scheme, the fund has been increased. And second, earlier government had launched India Semiconductor Mission. Now in this budget, government has proposed ISM 2.0. You should understand that electronics and semiconductor, this is now becoming the backbone of a majority of industries, and in the past we have been hurt because of the supply chain disturbance in these sectors. So government, there is a lot of focus on electronics and semiconductor in this budget. There is also focus on pharma sectors. Government is focusing that the more pharmas and APIs should be manufactured here. Then the second area was legacy industrial clusters. Government is focusing on industrial clusters. So it is saying that it will be promoting 200 industrial clusters by upgrading the infrastructure and technology. Third, and a very important sector where the budget has focused, is on MSMEs. The MSMEs, government is trying that MSMEs, those who are facing challenges, they should be able to resolve those challenges and become big, and they should integrate with the global supply chain. And for that, government has proposed credit guarantee fund. You should know that MSMEs majorly have challenge in getting loan from the banks. So government will be providing credit guarantee so that banks will not have that much concern in providing lending to the MSMEs. Then the fourth area was on infrastructure. Fourth area was infrastructure. As you know that it's a backbone for most of the sectors. So infrastructure, what is exactly happened when this government came 2013-14, the infrastructure spending was rupees 2 lakh crore. Presently in 25-26 it has increased to 11.2 lakh crore, and government has proposed for the next year 2026-27 it has proposed 12.2 lakh crore of infrastructure spending, which is around 3.1% of GDP. So there has been a major jump from infrastructure spending. Then the third is long-term energy security. Sixth is long-term energy security. Fifth area of focus was long-term energy security. And where government is focusing on battery storage systems and renewable energy. And the sixth area is focusing on city economies. So government will be upgrading the infrastructure, focusing on the infrastructure of tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and government will also be developing high speed rail corridors between two major cities like Bombay, Pune, Hyderabad, Delhi, Varanasi, Siliguri. So government is focusing on high speed rail corridors for connecting the cities and upgrading the infrastructure of tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So these were the 6 areas on which government is focusing. The next, government has focused on Financial sector. Financial sector. Here, for improving the functioning of the banks, government has proposed a high-level committee for the banking sector. And then to deepen the bond market, government has taken several measures to improve the bond market, corporate bond market and municipal bond market. Then the other area of focus is orange economy, which is basically which is also basically called creative economy. Creative economy. So government will be setting up labs in schools and colleges for content creation. Then there is a focus on agriculture sector, where government is saying that agriculture sector. So here the agri stack that government had earlier proposed to be established, that government is going to improve it through artificial intelligence. So there is a major focus of leveraging technology in agriculture. Then government has also focused on this mental health of the youth. So government has said that it will be establishing a NIMANS in the North India. Till now it is only in South India. So government has proposed a National Institute for Mental Health and Neurosciences in the North India also. Now coming to the budget figures, if you talk about the budget figures, so for 2026-27, government has proposed a total expenditure of rupees 53.5 lakh crore. In the present year, 2025-26, the whole expenditure was around 49.5 lakh crore. So this is the budgeted expenditure for the next year. And in this, there will be a shortage of around rupees 17.2 lakh crore, which is basically fiscal deficit. So government will be borrowing this much. So government's receipts will be around government's receipts will be 36.3 lakh crore, and this will be the shortage. So governments will be borrowing 17.2 lakh crore in the next year, which is basically fiscal deficit. Regarding the debt, presently 2025-26, the debt is around 56.1%. The debt is around 56.1%. This is central government debt. Next year, the budget proposal is government will be reducing it to 2026-27. Government will be reducing it to 55.6%. And by 2030-31, it will be bringing it down to 50% plus minus 1%. So this is the budget proposal regarding fiscal deficit. Presently, fiscal deficit is 4.4%. Government has proposed that in the next year, the budgeted figure will be 4.3%, which will be rupees 17.2 lakh crore. Regarding taxes, there has not been much proposal on taxes because the GST and the personal income tax had already been reformed in the last year. But anyways, the taxes regarding direct tax, as you know that government had enacted a Income Tax Act 2025, replacing the Income Tax Act 1961. So this Income Tax Act 2025 will become effective from 1st April 2026. And there has not been major proposals regarding tax. The main idea is to reform the various process so that it becomes easier for individuals and the corporates to file income tax. So it is more about processes. Regarding there has been a major change in STT, Securities Transaction Tax, which has been increased on futures and options. So on futures, it has been increased from 0.02 to 0.05%. Regarding indirect taxes, government has reduced the customs duty. Customs duty has been reduced on capital equipments used in the manufacturing of lithium ion cells. This is for energy security. So government has reduced customs duty on import of capital goods which are used in producing lithium ion cells and which are also used in processing of critical minerals. So critical minerals and battery energy storage system lithium ion cells, there is a major focus on reducing the customs duty. Now, in this budget, government has also announced that they will be accepting the recommendations of the 16th Finance Commission, and in this 16th Finance Commission, again the vertical devolution has been 41% to states. So for the next 2026 to 2031, government has accepted the recommendations of the Finance Commission, under which the vertical devolution from center to states, the transfer will be around 41%. So this was a brief discussion of, so if you see this budget, the main focus area was on growth, because in the last 2 years growth has been slowing down, and in terms of tariffs and geopolitical uncertainties, there was a major focus on economic growth, and taxes had already been reduced in the past one financial year. So overall it was a balanced budget, and this was just a brief highlight. If you want to attend the detailed discussion, tomorrow I will be conducting a detailed discussion on budget and economic survey at 7 p.m. live, for which the link will be provided in the description. So that's all for today's budget session. Thanks.